Certainly just a ton of activity swirling around YouTube and on social media. Absolutely. I've engaged in the last couple of weeks of ignoring a lot of it. I've been focusing on some life stuff and working out and doing some coaching for my son for sure. Been fairly disappointed. I anticipate this type of thing when it comes through an investing channel. Absolutely. I think a lot of people are ill prepared for volatility in the stock market. And I think a lot of people do fall victim to volatility. And I think they can be shepherded in a lot of different directions, guys. And so I'm going to play my first intro tonight for you guys. I do want to take this opportunity and freaking welcome all the subscribers back, all the loyal followers to the message. We're going to talk about what I think that is. I've done nothing over the last 3.5 years to really try to dig deep and give you guys the cards I'm playing with. Why not? Why not? Because these cards work. It really does come down to a lot of mental capacity and focusing what it is good for you, not what's good for me, not what's good for everybody else out there, but really taking heed on the fact that you only got enough, you only have a little bit of time on this earth to make right by you, not by anybody else. All right. So I want to welcome everybody to the stream. Enjoy the intro tonight for sure. And we're going to get into it. If you do want to be a guest, I've dropped a couple of invites into the stream tonight. If not, no big deal. Just sit back and enjoy. It ought to be interesting. This is going to be real talk and raw talk for new investors and dealing with stock market volatility. So why not? It's been kind of a joke. Why not? So I'll just chalk it up as a joke. And I'm just the channel to do it. I'm just the channel to do it. Right? I have come out with this message for one very, very specific goal. And that's to empower one investor at a time. Very, very simple. I need each and every one of you guys to think about what the word empower means. I love the fact that you guys are so devout. You make your way in here every single Friday. Means a hell of a lot to me. And quite frankly, that fuels my fire. I do have other things that I could do with my time, but I channel that direction and time into this project. Why? Because I'm convinced we're making a difference. I'm convinced that we're making a difference because I do a pretty freaking good job of just focusing on the message on the masses, where it needs to go. All right. So for the few people that want to come on the channel and blah, 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 talk about how they know it all. All right. I'm here to tell you I don't know it all. Okay. Most of these savvy investors that are growing wealth for themselves, they'll be the first to tell you that they don't know it all either. One of the first things you've got to do in this investing gig is to humble your ass. Humble it. Humble it. If you go back through any of the chronicle of my message, I've talked about this many, many times. And it is even enjoyable for me, even though I know it does loom large in the background, that fair expectations of the stock market are easier to come by when everything is hunky freaking dory. It's hunky freaking dory. It's fantastic, right? Everything's good, man, because this investing thing is chugging along. It's doing what I want it to do. This is fantastic. It's doing what I want it to do. Hold on a sec, man. This is not going the way that I want it to do. It must be somebody else's fault, right? All right. Investing has done nothing over the last 100 years of provide us all kinds of answers to the questions that we ask and the answers that we seek. And everybody wants to act so surprised on these cycles of volatility when they kick up. All right. And they want to come on and they want Ryan to be their outlet. And that's fine. Listen, man, I've got pretty tough skin. And I will acknowledge that for new investors, it can be pretty tough. All right. It can be pretty tough. But Here's the thing, guys, man. I'm freaking dead set on this message. I'm very, very aggressive on the fact that most people won't invest. Most of the wealth will be enjoyed by the people who take a concerted effort to engage in wealth building. Most people will come up with every excuse as to why they cannot do it. Most people will spend most of their life looking at what the neighbor has and looking what everybody else has. Do you do it? Ask yourself. There's nothing in my message that I want for people to get across more than this, is to take an objective look at themselves. If you feel like your time is better spent in judging me or judging the YouTube landscape or judging why it is a particular trade or an investment didn't work out for you, you have got to get your head screwed on right. Get it screwed on right, because the quicker you can get it screwed on right, the better off you will be, guys. All right. So now we're going to do the real intro. I don't have time to focus my efforts on one specific person or a collection of people. I don't have time for that. It is a waste of my time, and it's freaking futile talking to people that don't want to receive information. If any of my subscriber base came to me and said, Ryan, I think I've got something here, man. You want to know something? I would freaking listen. I would listen. And I would ask each and every one of you to think the same way. All right. I have to keep this message tailored to the masses. Why? Because that intro speaks to it, man. That's wake up call. That's what that is. It's a freaking wake up call. So you don't have that wake up call down the line and you're like, God dang, man, I spent most of my time coming on and talking about how unrefined this guy is and how he focused on the stuff that I wasn't really that interested in it. I was interested in this over here, and he tended to talk about this stuff over here. And I spent most of my time focusing on this stuff right here. Right? Good for you. How'd that work out for you? I hope it works out great for you. Honestly, there's nothing more that I want than to see individuals reflect back on their lives and say, you know what? My success was indicative of my ability to self-assess. It's real talk. I told you it'd be real talk tonight, guys. And I love each and every one of you. I really do. Okay? Later on in life, who knows where this project will go? Who knows? I want to be engaging with other wealth builders. I absolutely do. And there's a ton of them in this group. There's a ton of wealth builders in this group that if they hear my message correctly, they're like, man, I want to be a wealth builder too, but I've got some work to do. This volatility does bother me. I'm not saying you have to not be human. Acknowledge it. Throw it out there. See how you react to that type of inject. But just like the sheep intro, man, that's what I see right now on the landscape. And I'm starting to pare back on some of the answers that I provide on where a particular stock is going. Is this investment good for me? Should I buy this stock, Ryan? How can I buy this stock? Is this stock good for me? I don't know. It's irrelevant. What we try to do is we try to strategize and we try to put in a box all those good investments that they're out there. Okay. It's like walking up and down the Walmart and there's products up on the shelf. All right. Hey, there's some QQQ. I like that. Right on. Hey, there's a little Altria group. Maybe that fit. That doesn't really fit in my portfolio. Hey, here's a little VTI. I want to put a little chunk of that right here, man. Ryan talked about some volatility, man, on his live stream. Maybe I do want to add to that a little bit, do some strategic buying. Those are the types of things that we're striving for. We are. Okay. And I know there's a lot of people who rely on social media in a lot of different capacities. I'm here to tell you in one word, if it's beyond anything other than entertainment for you, please recalibrate, please. Okay. I like Ozark as well. I watched the entire series. How did that benefit my life? Zero. It was entertaining. It was raw, right? It was entertaining. Did I become a better person for watching it? Was I able to deploy some of the strategies in Ozark in my real life? No. I don't aspire to be that, right? Separate the entertainment from your individual wealth building strategy. You'll be so much happier you did. And I don't care how simple it is. If it's yours, it's beautiful. If it's yours, it's beautiful. I don't care if it's a 401k program and you just tune into me to get some weekly awareness to the market. Maybe you like the conduit that I put through on the podcast. Maybe you want to join the Viper group, but you have no intention at all of layering up your program, going self-directed, maybe entering into a passive program for yourself, right? These are all options that we try to put in a box to allow anybody to come on. And I do require that there is some basic, there's some basic awareness and some wherewithal and some basic want to do this thing, okay? Because I'm pretty fired up on this, right? I don't enjoy volatility any more than the rest. It's just how I look at it with my prism that is key. And if you can take it. It's a page out of my playbook. You can have it, okay? When you have the ability to acknowledge, yes, boom, volatility. All right, good. I'm going to be an investor. I'm good, okay? I'm not happy about it. Would I rather check my iPhone and see that my accounts are up every single day? Yeah. Is that reality? No, it's not. No, it's not. And we have to have realistic expectations over the plan that we've put in place for ourselves, okay? And I look at this market currently and it just starts to hiccup a little bit. I think the market's still at all-time highs. That's what I see. Everybody's talking about, I think the boys are going to talk about the apocalypse after, and I don't know if they're going to play off of my theme tonight, but I think it's super important, man, because so many people are focused on the wrong shit. Freak. They're focused on the wrong stuff. And if you hear anything from my message, man, it is close down this live stream inevitably at 10 o'clock. And I hope it impacted you, because this is not entertainment. I'm not entertaining. I'm not. I provide this access to me where, by nature of the lack of social media, you would never have this opportunity to hear somebody like myself talk. All right. And if you need stock market motivation, I got it. You can have it. Take it. Run with it. Empower your financial future. Avoid half of the mistakes that I've made, and you'll be good to go. Right? But you got to want to do it. Right? Don't get this little hiccup and decide that you're going to start pointing fingers at all these people who you thought were going to motivate you and get you where you need to go. Guys, I will go to the nth degree for you to get you where you need to go. Why? Because I don't just acknowledge the top of the mountain or the top of the pyramid. I acknowledge how many years it takes to build, starting from the base and layer up over time. Super, super important. And so many people out there want to start at the top of the mountain and just expect to stand there their entire life. That is not how you wealth build. And quite frankly, it's not really how you approach life. It's not. It's not, man. You're not going to put ferocity into a project and just see it pay off overnight. When have you ever done that? Social media, I'm kind of clued into some of those folks, and I know some of them who have found extremely impressive success on YouTube, for example. But I'm the first to say, man, good job. And man, that work paid off. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in that work. There is no shortcut. There is no ability to circumvent the foundational building piece to wealth building. And it's not even so much the product that I talk about, because if you can get your mind right, you can win with a losing proposition. You can lose and really, really expand upon your elasticity when volatility kicks up. Elasticity to where it's almost infinite, to where you can kind of bend and make where others would fail, a failing investment, a success. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you break like a popsicle stick at the first sign of volatility and you're out, go back to the drawing board, recheck. And I contend, man, that most people out there are absolutely capable of doing exactly what I do. I get it. I understand. I run a YouTube channel that some may say is an extremely amazing success. I think we're just beginning. I do. I think we're just beginning. But I think sometimes people tune into me and they expect, wow, this guy's crazy good, man. He's got a subscriber base of 25,000. You want to know how many loyal subscribers I have in this community? 1,500. Put that in your pipe. 1,500. Want to know something? Those are the ones I care about anyway. I'm not really interested in somebody who caught a highly on video, which I worked very hard on, comes to the message and they're like, damn, man, this is so, I'm still long the stock. That's what's funny. Man, where are the highly on videos? No, man, you missed my message. It's all good. Go talk to somebody in the community who really, really gets what I want for my subscriber. I do. I want that. But I'm not going to make it happen for you. I'm not going to eat the hay out of the trough for you. I'm not going to do that. All right. I will absolutely show you where the trough is. And a lot of people spend a lot of their life just wandering around the damn pasture. All right. I do want to address these questions, guys. You've been dumping them in here, but I don't want to spend the whole live stream on a rant. How'd you guys like that intro? Pretty awesome, huh? Yeah. Got your attention. Don't mean to be rude. I'm not a rude person, but if I was going to sum up the last couple of weeks of volatility and the market's crashing and whatever, why did you invest in the first place? It's rhetorical. I'm not going to answer that for you. That's for you. We'll cruise up to the top here. Some really, really killer stuff, man. I got Matt Money in the house, man. A good friend of mine for sure. Land of delicious hoagies and bagels. Fantastic. He's talking about New York. I don't know. I think he's happy down there in Houston, man. It's good to have our boy home. Absolutely. Welcome home, brother. It's fantastic. We got Drizzle in the house. Ryan, you are making a difference. Let me think on that for a second. I need people to pay more attention to their own capability. And breaks my heart when I come across people with all the smarts in the world and they've got all the ability. They just don't have the desire. Yeah, man. So are we making a difference? I know we are. That's why I continue on with the project. That's why I try to keep the focus where it needs to be, trying to expand some of the projects out. And I do expect at 25,000 that I am provided a touch of latitude to do some of the speculation videos that I put out. I'm a kid in a candy store, man. When I get to sit across and interview a CEO, come on, guys. I'm a freaking financial guy. If you caught the interview, it was good. It was a good product. It's a product that I can stand behind. On the other side of the coin, I expect empowered investors to be like, that was interesting. Ryan just sat down and rapped to the CEO, but no thank you for me. I'll pass on the investment. All right. Am I investing in these companies? Come on, guys. I'm going to be the best ambassador for yourself, but nobody pays my bills for me. Nobody. All right. I pay the bills. Actually, my wife does. And she reminds me of that, man, because we're doing this thing together. We really are. taking time away from that stuff to come on and rap with you folks. For you kind, devoted people, no doubt about it, but also for those folks that make their way into the community, perhaps maybe for the first time. I don't know. We got to make sure that we're razor sharp. If we have the ability to take that impasse this way and change a life, we will do it, as opposed to, acknowledging and not maybe saying that right thing, and that right thing to be like, damn, what the freak? This guy's onto something, man. He's not trying to sell me anything, because I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to sell you on the idea that perhaps maybe you are your biggest advocate, and at the same time, you're probably your biggest barrier to entry. Yeah. If we could look to get past some of those mental barriers, I think we'd all be better off for it, for sure. Drizzle's been with me a long time, no doubt about it. It's kind of cool, man. He's shouting out Hot Matt. These guys got a thing, man. Just let it go. They just let it go, man. All right. I keep away from that pillow talk and all that jazz. I really do. He's going to bring it. I'd like to think I bring it every night. It's interesting. I think I've got a pretty good streak of live streams going, and we'll continue. This is really a very enjoyable thing for me, because even in my day-to-day engagements with people, if I could engage more on personal finance, it would be awesome. I just can't, because a lot of people are pretty fickle about this topic. I've said this many, many times. You guys would all agree with me, man. People are freaking funny about their money. Like, it's just a trip, man. And I look at it differently, man. I look at money differently. 2020, man, this was the year right here that I did not have one single dollar in my wallet the entire year. Why? I'm doing it to prove a point. It's not about the cash that you can do this shit with. It's not about that. It's about your number. It's about your bank account number. It's about that pledge. And it is just a bank account. You don't think we're moving to cryptocurrency? That's basically where we're moving. It is a digital number, okay? I swipe a freaking rudimentary plastic card at Walmart. Yeah, I'm good for it. Actually, I don't even have to swipe it anymore. It's lovely. I just touch it. I love that stuff, man. I'm a dork. I like that technology, but that's where the world's going, right? All right. It's a good thing, man, but the world is transitioning. And this is all about building your number, guys. It's all about building your number. Yeah, start many basic blocks of investing, etc. Get the checking and saving. Why? Because they add a small piece to the whole. Okay. When we talk portfolio, comprehensive portfolio, we're talking about the whole kit and caboodle. Yep, the whole thing. How organized are you on my life? I wish I had it with me. I would show you the leather bound. It's very nice. It was about $30. It's not a satchel. It's a leather bound thing where I've kept all of my important, organized financial stuff that just is, it's freaking important. That was the start of my organizing. Now I've got a leather bound binder about yay thick. I usually keep it here with me. I also have a leather-bound binder for Cornerstone Capital Solutions, which is my company. So as we start to build out those portfolio of businesses, think about your life as the best business opportunity that you will have in this life. Yourself. Papa. Yeah. Independent. Why the hell do you think I named it that? Okay. It's not come on and be sheep and allow me to shepherd people where they need to go. It's not about that. It's to where I teach you how to teach yourself how to get where you need to go on your own. All right. Cool. That's a cool comment. Thank you. Appreciate that. Rich Gang is in the house. That's a hashtag that I don't use because I don't own it. But I am part of the Rich Gang. Absolutely. I don't think Matt Money would ever ask me to leave the Rich Gang. He knows I'm on the level, man. You guys want to be part of the Rich Gang? You absolutely can and are if you're making your way to this live stream. Matt's my brother. Matt's my brother from another mother. That's for sure. They're talking about bacon. Just let it go. All right. Just trust me. Let it go. And Miss Waters is in the house for sure. One of my featured channels and one of the true heroes in this country. doing those jobs that I actually do respect. All right. Working for YouTube, you're not an entrepreneur. You're working for the man. Get over yourself. All right. But you go down there and do what Miss Waters does for one day and then come talk to me. All right. Hey, cool. Another hardworking young professional in this life who I'm very, very proud of. And I won't say anything funny. Okay. She's eating dinner. Let her eat. Let her listen. Another one of my featured channels. Absolutely. Living in cool state, man. I miss California. I do. It's a magical place. One of 4 magical places I've been to in my life. No doubt. Mr. Ben says Modelo, and I gotta get down to your comment, Mr. Ben, for sure. We got a success in the house to acknowledge for certain. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open. That frame of mind is in the house as well. I'm giving some shout outs. Great to see you, my friend. Very cool. Treatum's in the house. Think the markets are good. Yeah, I held true last time, and then I always stay up and watch the election. I'm very neutral on a lot of issues, guys. If you kind of want to know my political blah blah, it's not a political channel, but I'm right on some issues, most issues, and then I'm actually left on some issues as well. So I guess you would consider me somewhat agnostic. And on other stuff that a lot of people care about, I don't care at all. I'm trying to get by with me and my family, and if that's selfish, so be it. It's selfish, but life is hard enough without trying to waste your time with that stuff, which leads me to the social media challenge. Would you guys do me a favor? If you feel like you're wasting too much time on social media, your social media challenge for this week is to unsubscribe from one platform of your choice that you can honestly sit back from and say, I get no value out of that. It's a waste of my time. Now, I need you to channel that time into something productive, whether it be diet, exercise, or maybe even investing. I don't know. I'm not exempt from that. If you think my channel's a waste of time, you're welcome to hit the door. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. I have no problem with that. I'm not doing this to win over. I'm not doing this for a sewing circle. I'm not. I'm doing it because I want to, and I think it makes a difference. I do. Chris J's in the house, man. I want to say thanks. You're helping make a difference in my life. Well, that right there is the very lifeblood as to why I do this channel. And I get some of that stuff in private, very humbling. The sheep was a joke. The intro, it was a joke. Okay. But yeah, man, I'm very serious about this. I'm very serious because the damnable misery of life is ending up somewhere in your life, and you figured out that you didn't do what you needed to do. If we can change that trajectory for people, then that's powerful. And am I the only goddamn person in this life that feels like a lot of people have their head up their ass with regard to money? Am I the only one? I look around and I'm like, you spend too damn much. Stop. Why is it that I feel like I'm doing sacrificing? I was approved for $750,000. I opted not to buy a house. I felt like the market was high, and I felt like my current market was too overvalued. I may be completely wrong, but why am I the only one? Come on. When do we take some personal responsibility? It's like we want to engage in all these things and then ask for forgiveness later. Oh my gosh, I jumped in over my head in a mortgage that I can't afford. I couldn't have afforded it, pandemic or not. Now I really can't afford it because I'm out of a job. And my heart freaking goes out to you. But that is why I do this message, and that's why I'm very serious about it. And yeah, I hope we are making that difference one investor at a time, man. And if it's specific to your life, I'm humbled. Thank you. I've made so many mistakes in my life, it's not even funny. Maybe by nature of making mistakes, I kind of have a clarity on maybe what to do and tell people what not to do in this life. All right. Again, I'm not going to joke. Okay. Just keep eating. All right. She knows I'm pretty funny. I I don't script stuff. So I'm not really being that funny tonight. I thought the sheep was the funniest freaking thing. If I got one person to laugh at that, because I was kind of laughing my ass off when I made it, it was pretty funny because it's like, yeah, that sums it up for me. Right on. That'll get the point across. So yeah, Ashley's been super, super kind, man. I got a shout out on the last live stream last week, and I didn't get to reply because I was offline. But yes, of both of you, which I try to stay away from, but they're so good. Very cool. I'm just talking about food, but thank you, Ashley, for coming on for sure. Mr. Ben, again, you guys are giving shout outs, man. I think I'm good. There's a ton of comments in here. I'm going to have to start ripping through these guys. That is a hell of a live stream, man. I don't know, man. If we had Gen X and all these guys that were just so committed to the message for a while, now they're on their way. They got their big channels, man. It's all good. They'll come back. They're always welcome on this channel, no doubt about it. But I think there was times when we were like, yeah, if I got 171 people in a live stream, Gen X would come on and reveal himself. I don't know. Maybe he's in the thread somewhere. Hell, he's a busy family, man. To each his own. I'm just glad to know the guy. What the hell? You guys know in this community, what I value is connections. That's it. It's the network. And this is my opportunity for you get to know me. And if you find no value in that, no problem. I can respect that. But if you find no value, you're not seeing the right stuff. All right. Stay away from. Remind me to stay away from. Nice, man. Very cool. Mr. Sean's in the house. I am because I think we get off kilter. Not me. I'm freaking fine. Get off kilter as a group. Remember how I talk about all the time when volatility kicks up in the market and everybody wants to come on and they want to throw tomatoes at the independent investor channel? Why? Because I represent personal empowerment and investing, et cetera, et cetera. Man, get out of my face with that. Honestly. And I think there's some other channels too, taking some heat because people, right? They want to follow blindly. And it's like, whoa, the Messiah has all the answers. No, you want to know something, man? If you cut me open, I'll bleed. I'm real. And I'm realer than a lot of people. I don't put on a show. There will never be I3. There will never be I3. There will never be I4. There will never be I5. I promise you that. Never. Why? You get me and you get me raw and untainted. That's just what you get, man. I am fired up tonight for sure. I like it. It delivers a better product, to be honest with you, because you get to see a lot of my route for motivation, where it comes from, and also perhaps maybe where it's not either. Ryan's trying to build his channel, man. He's coming out with a private group, man alive. He's asking for $2 a month, man. He's freaking coming out with these crazy videos to make money. He's selling t-shirts with I2 on it to make money. This channel's for you guys. It's not for me. I just facilitate the business, man. It's all y'all's. You own it. I've said many, many times, if I'm the only one with my program works, and there's a ton of YouTubers like that, man. I'm not going to freaking name names, but their program is like, I'm a millionaire. Listen to me. I'm a millionaire. You do what I do. You'll be a millionaire too. Hey, how about bullshit flag on that, right? No, you won't. You'll waste your entire life following somebody. Stop following people. Follow yourself. You'd be so much better you did. So much happier you did. Absolutely. Jesus, man. I don't know. I hit good today. I golfed good today. You'd have been proud of me. I had a great round of golf today with my colleagues. It was awesome. I was minus a cigar. Matt would have been disappointed in me for sure. But what can I say, man? My colleague dropped the ball. He didn't bring him. That's all right. It was a lot of fun today for sure. Adrian's in the house, man. He's always showing off that motorcycle. That's just killer. That's a killer ride. Love success, man. We're here to enjoy success and all people. Christian's in the house, staunch supporter. Somebody's fired up. I'm fired up. Why shouldn't you be? Life is good. We're the winners, man. right? Like Brad Pitt said, man, the God's in the us, man, right? Because we're alive. We're alive. It's finite. Okay. Yeah, things taste good. Life is good. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy the ups, enjoy the downs. Okay. The ability to invest in the stock market is a luxury. Enjoy it. Stop bitching all the time. There's people in my international community that would scoff, and I would too. And I'm hard on Americans and Canadians that have this ability to seemingly just kind of waltz into the stock market and do some investing. And people around the world don't have that luxury. All right. You need to check your compass. Make sure how your program is viewed and how you look at investing. Lydia, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I used a coupon today at Dunkin' Donuts this morning at 6:30 before I hit the golf course to save 49 cents. That's your ambassador of wealth building. Yeah, not too bad, man. Yeah, man, I saved like 49 cents. The lady who gave me my coffee looked at me like, you pathetic bastard. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's okay. Just scan the coupon, okay? I did. Thank you, Lydia. I can buy a full price coffee with that, maybe even iced coffee. It's good stuff. It says gang is in the house. The gang is in the house. For show. For show. Want to remind everybody that's tuning into the Independent Investor channel, I do want to give just a quick shout out to all the content creators, okay? Because where I talk about YouTube being a treasure trove of people to come on and follow and want to know how to do something, investing is exempt from that category. You should not be going to YouTube to find out how to invest your money, okay? I don't do a lot of those topics anymore because they're stupid, okay? They're stupid, all right? I can't, I come out with them because they're popular. And yeah, I do want to grow my message for the sheer intent of getting to more people, right? But this whole like, hey, here's 3 stocks to buy. And evidently the YouTube community stole that from somebody who invented the concept, which I think is stupid in the first place. But I shouldn't be doing that. But for the new channel creators, man, you guys represent something that is very, very important to me. And that is you are all stewards of wealth building for yourself. So I just want to make sure that you are keeping the focus on why you do YouTube, okay? And keeping the focus on your audience, please. That's one thing I give myself a lot of credit for. I try to keep the focus on you guys, okay? Because I'm not that entertaining. So if you can't come to my message and shut this sucker down after 60 minutes and be like, God dang, made me think about a few things. I could have done without the sheep. God dang, Ryan, you're really pushing that envelope there. But he made me think about a few things. Awesome. Awesome. The last thing I want to be is forgettable because I've been accused of being boring. No kidding. Really? Empowering thousands of people to do the right thing and wealth build, to scale a program that I know works, to avoid regret for thousands and thousands of people. That's not boring. That's incredible. That's incredible. Made possible by my initiative, Spark, to start this project some many years ago and persevere where many others would have bowed out stage right. Let's be real, okay? Let's be real. I'm still looking for my first viral video after 586 uploads. I will continue to look. It's okay. Trust me, I sleep fine. Absolutely. Vincent's in the house. Very cool. Says, what's up? No excuses, rich gang. You got to make it freaking happen. All right. We do not apologize for success in this organization. We do not. It doesn't matter. Okay. Not everybody's going to make that millions. But if you're able to put away a couple $100,000 towards your financial security, that's what we're talking about. All right. Stop buying into cliches. Stop buying into cliches and pursuing cliches that you know damn well that you cannot achieve. Why don't you set yourself up a realistic goal and say, you know what, when I retire, I want to have over $250,000 in the bank. That's a realistic goal. Instead of, hey, I want to be a millionaire. It's so much of a pipe dream that I'm not even going to freaking try. I'm going to put my head up my ass and I'm not going to try. Right? Yeah, sorry. That's just my pulse of what I see out of most people. Most people disappoint the hell out of me because they're giving up their freaking ability to make it. They are. They throw in the towel for whatever reason. I can't. This YouTube effed me up. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. This guy, he steered me all wrong, got me all jacked up. I'm never investing again. Jesus Christ. Get over yourself, please. It's freezing in New York. It gets that way, but I miss it. Be honest. My daughter said the other day she misses New York. There's so much action up there. It's a lot of fun, man, for sure. Matt, all good in the house, and she had her walk today. I walked like 4 miles on the golf course today, so she would have been proud of me. My spiritual leader. She keeps my yin in check with my yang. Absolutely. A lot of fun. 75, Brian. Good for you. All right. Good for you. Let's all take a moment and celebrate Brian's perfect weather out in SoCal. Yes, it is perfect. I remember when I lived there, I used to wake up every single day and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I'm in heaven. All right. This is great. Since then, I've gone to Houston where it's hotter than hell all the time. Sorry, all good. Sorry, Matt. You guys would both agree with me. It's hot as hell. Okay. Detroit, where it's cold as it's cold, and New York, and now I'm in Virginia. Enjoying a little bit of normalcy, to be honest with you. So very cool. Yeah. Apple's only 108, worth it. Apple's. So I mean, okay. So I'll be fair about this question. Do you want to own Apple or not in your portfolio? Yeah, right. So what's your strategic goal? Does it fit in there? Does it take up a piece of the technology sector in the portfolio? You know, you're picking what I feel is the premier technology company out there, right? But you may be foregoing other names, right? So without looking at the other technology holdings, right? Microsoft, maybe some old tech. I mean, Cisco looks good here, guys, right? So IBM, some of those really good old tech companies, maybe even some higher growth stuff. I mean, you know, fintech. I love Visa. Visa is one of my favorites, right? So it really depends on some of the other stuff that you've got in the portfolio to make sense of it. But here's the thing: don't overthink this. If you were asking me about a speculative play, Apple's not a speculative play. It takes you into investing in one of the finest companies of the last century. I mean, it's just been that good. You know, J&J, Procter & Gamble, 3M, we put in that same category, right? Apple is one of those stocks in the top 5 that I think you can buy and own forever. I do have my top 10 as well, but don't overthink this gig. But do put it in the category of active investing, okay? Make sure that you're good with the active investing strategy. I think my hair just turned brown. That's awesome. This is what I would look like. Look at that. My green screen turned my hair brown. That was awesome. But anyway, you know, if the active program makes sense for you and you want some single stock, et cetera, then yeah, Apple's good. I think I picked it up. I did not. I bought it post split. And I think my entry's around 115. So I think I'm down a touch. No problem. I'm just really tired of going in and out of the stock for sure. Miss Han Ho's in the house again from the great state of California. Fantastic. How are you? Finally been able to catch up. That's because you're so busy. You're one of those enterprising people that I get behind and I cheer you on because you guys are making it happen and raising a family to boot. So you're just doing it on all fronts. Why? Because there's no rest for the wicked. Got to keep chugging along. Keep it chugging, guys. Freak. Life is good. Miss Ho is the one doing that, man. She's making it happen for her and her family. I don't know how the heck you do it out there because it is expensive as heck. But whatever you're doing, keep doing it. All right? That's awesome. It's great to see you. Sheeple, Dave says. He says sheeple. How is ranching? I don't know. Randy, you're in Texas, man. Isn't that the you can put on a cowboy hat and fit in? Yeah, Texas. You can buy like a ranch down there, like 500 acres for like $12,000 if you want. Seriously, I'm a dork. I look at property all over this country. And Texas is funny. You can buy some crazy land in the middle of nowhere. You're buying a lot of like tumbleweed, and that's it. A lot of tumbleweed. Just some good real estate deals out there, I guess. Cheap of you to stock as a casino. That's exactly right. And listen, man, I want to be fair. It's unnatural for people to tune in to start an investment portfolio, and if they have unfair expectations, to watch their money go down. Okay. They just don't know what that going down means. They don't know what it means. Right. So they freak out. They start looking for support groups, knitting circles. Freak. I just walked out of one tonight. I was done. I'm tired. I had to get out of that Hyliion group. I'm out. Freak. Jesus. Some time spent there trying to be constructive, right, with my initiative, trying to help people. And I had one of my posts censored. Wrong thing to do to me. Wrong thing to do. Look, I can agree with you and I can disagree. There's people from all kinds of different walks of life in here, and I am a big fan of diversity across the board. I'm a big fan, and I believe in it wholeheartedly. Right there, I believe in it. But if we can't debate and agree to disagree, and or join corners of social media that seemingly put what it is that we want to post up to a half a dozen administrators, I'm out. Later. Good luck with your program. If you really want to know how to actually do this thing right, come and check out my community. We'll welcome you with open arms. Yeah, it's an open opportunity for all. It really is. Very cool. We got 14 minutes. We do still have time. I'll drop an invite in here. What the heck? This will be the last invite that I drop in the thread. I will stick around for a few minutes after. If you don't want to be part of the live stream, if you have a question and you want to talk with me directly after the live stream, I'll charge you $50 an hour. I'm just kidding. Calm down. It will be free of charge. I'll drop the link in there, guys. This will be the last time I drop the link. Otherwise, I've proven myself to be more than capable to run this live stream on my own. You betcha. Dividend driver. I can do what you do all day long. You have to teach people. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, man. I will be building a house. That is my dream. That is what keeps me going. That's what I want. I want it really, really bad. And a YouTube studio with a meeting type of setup apparatus. That will be part of my makeup, where I do this stuff way more common, because this is my most favorite thing to do. I really don't like the scripted videos on YouTube. They're freaking waste of time. The people with attention spans like this thin, those are the people that like those, hey, welcome in, blah, blah. And they leave and they're like, wow, that guy was awesome. And you didn't get any value out of it. This is what I like. I like meeting fine people like you, dividend driver James in the house. I like engaging with people, and especially in this community and in this environment, it's a nice opportunity to come in and socialize on a topic that we do, in fact, all kind of resonate around a little bit. Okay. So I do appreciate that. I threw him out. I had to ban somebody. That's been somebody that's been a thorn in my side, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but you just don't act a freaking fool. It's arrogant and it's pompous to come on and just blah, blah, sewer mouth your freaking opinion on everybody else, because your opinion does not apply to the masses. Okay. I think a lot of people they don't care either. I'm going to bring in Tennis on the group here real quick. And Tennis, you got me okay? And Tennis, you got me okay? I think you're muted. I think. So you might want to check the mute button. But you are on the live stream, man.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Yeah, now I got you. You want to stay on after? You probably want to stay on after. I'll remove you. It's all good. Just stay, hang around. Hang around. Fantastic. Hey, this is the second recommendation I've got for this. I will be checking this out. Absolutely. I got to cruise on down. That was why I was on. There was sorry. I'm just doing my speed reading. My future wife. Shoot. I wasn't supposed to throw that on there. Sorry. You guys are watching TV. Uh-oh. I don't watch TV anymore. I'm into Netflix. I don't know why. Kind of a guilty pleasure. See, I'm bragging about watching stuff now that everybody has watched like 10 years ago. Like I just started Breaking Bad last night. Yeah, I know, man. You can laugh it up. It's freaking funny. I get it. Everybody's like, yeah, that's kind of old news, Ryan. All right. I'm like, hey, and somebody asked me today, have you watched Game of Thrones? And I was like, no. They're like, what the freak? Like, you got to make it happen. I was like, calm down. I'll make it happen. It's all good. That's when I look at my portfolio. It's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, just to have perspective on the steel frame of mind. I mean, you're making a potentially bad decision in the short term if you're making those decisions on the fly in the short term. Yeah, I can't sum it up any better than that. Investing, man. If you feel like you're getting kind of caught up in the gig, retract. Pull back a little bit, man. Retract a little bit and then reevaluate. And you'll be better off, man. And you'll gain that tolerance as time goes along. You really will. All right. Very cool. Ha ha ha, brother Matt Money in the house. The Black Widow. Fantastic. I got about halfway. I always sit here about an hour through the stream, and I'm like, man, nobody's going to show up to the live stream. There's been about 150 strong in here, so thank you. Thank you. I guess if you guys wouldn't mind going and hitting the thumbs down for me, that would be lovely. Go ahead and hit it, smash it, crush it, whatever you got to do. Foot stomp it. Yeah, the thumbs down for me, please. I think the algorithm would love that. Freak. Talk about things I don't care about. All right. I don't do my gig to feed the algorithm. Take advantage on those sales today, folks. Also love for sure. My boy Junior from Jersey. Fantastic. Love these guys, man. Is that what Kyle labeled it as? Lord. Presidential election cycle, retesting lows, pullback, still in a bull. That's correct. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. That's exactly my sentiment as well. We haven't seen anything yet. I know some people are trying to do some strategic buying. That's great. I don't know if we're off 5-6% right now from the high. Guys, that's freak. That's just another day in the market, guys. Calm down. It's all good. It's all good. I'm taking a double whammy on value, and I'm certainly taking a whammy on Hyliion as well. This trade is turning out to be one for the ages. It'll be fun to chronicle, that's for sure. And hopefully it maybe turn around one of these days. That'd be nice. That'd be kind of cool. It was up 2 days this month. Always looking at the positive. Absolutely. Time to write it down. We'll see. I tend not to try to forecast market direction. It's usually kind of a futile effort for sure. But do respect you, Randy, and you're probably right in the short term. What if the outcome of the election is Alpha or Bravo? I don't know. But I think that direction is going to maybe be a catalyst for the market. I'm just not sure if we're going to know the night of. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay. Very cool. Bet your ass. That's all I have to say to that, Mr. Ryan K. That's a cool comment. Just keep that one on here for just a bit. Getting down to the nitty gritty of the live stream. Yeah, it was from the heart for sure. Absolutely. I review my stocks and always try to understand why I invest so heavy in them, wanting to hold them for decades. So I've heard Matt Money talk about this a little bit, and I like what he has to say. He's just letting his value plays kind of work a little bit, which they are. The dividend payments are great. It's a great way to be an investor. But my focus is going to be a little bit more on building up my passive in the portfolio. That's going to be my strategic goal going forward. And that works for me. It works really well because I eventually do have a pension down the line. So these dollars are more about the program than anything. If that makes sense. I don't foresee myself on the beach with my red stapler. I don't, drinking no salt margaritas. I don't see that. I do see myself traveling, but I don't need a whole hell of a lot to be happy. And this whole gig, basically, if I can sum it up in a few sentences or investing, what it means to me, it's my ability to put a program in place and win through initiation of that program, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay. It's a little less about the day-to-day dollars and cents in the account. That just means squat to me. It's irrelevant. So if I don't pay too much attention to it, maybe you don't need to as well. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Very cool. I see you there in tennis. I'll keep you in there and we'll talk after the stream for sure. So just stick around. I'm going to finish the stream out. I got less than 4 minutes. All right. You guys remember that for the future, man. If you want to be a guest, what that means on the thumbnails that I'm offering guests, if I run the live stream myself, you'll just see a thumbnail of myself. If you see one with the guest with the question mark, it means that I'm opening up the stream, and most of them are. They are opened up to guests to come on and rap with me. I don't know who I'm going to get from night to night, but that's what makes it fun. And when we do roll this out more periodically, which I do plan to do down the line, not in the short term, I'm just way too busy with work. That's going to provide a hell of a lot more opportunity for people to come on and rap with me directly, which I think is important. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not asking you to just step up to the helm and steam away to the horizon on your own, and you don't know how to captain a ship. Okay. I'm not saying that you have to do that. Support is important, right? Encouragement is important. Making mistakes is important. I'm not setting you on this journey thinking that you're just going to be immune from making mistakes. That's not reality either. But it's better to engage than to have never engaged at all. Take that to heart. I mean that. You got to fight. You got to put risk on the table. You'll be so glad that you did. Don't live your life so conservative that you never take a chance on anything. Okay? Find that program that makes sense to you and go at it with some freaking ferocity. You bet. All right. Almost to the end. Perfectly timed stream tonight, guys. Fantastic. I'm pretty certain that I got to everybody. I'm all the way down to the bottom, I believe. Feel like Ryan is multitasking and watching TV while doing the live stream. If only I could do that. Now, yeah, paying attention to my teleprompter. No, you get my undivided attention for 60 minutes. And at the end of the day, that's got to be enough. And I full well understand that it's not going to be enough for everybody. But if you're seeing the right thing, it should be enough for you, for sure. Chase, thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate it. I want to know what is in that coffee cup. Coffee, Splenda, and I love vanilla creamer. That's it. High on life, baby. High on life. I played a good round of golf today. I told you I'm stoked, man. It's the little things, baby. It's the little things. I checked the market out on the course and I was down 5,900, I think. And then I closed up my round and I was only down 2,100. So I was stoked. Never been so stoked to lose $2,100 in a day. Yeah. Independence agreed. Yeah, it is. It is, man. And we can all work on it, man. Nobody's got this thing licked, man. I'll be the first to tell you I don't. But I'm pretty tough. You bet. Miss Becky, my good friend. Great to see you. Hope all is well with you and your significant other. I do have less than a minute left. Guys, I want to thank you tonight for sure for coming and being a part of the 60 minutes. Had a lot of fun tonight for sure. Remember to keep your eyes on the prize. I want to thank the channel creators that have made their way in. Specifically, I want to thank the subscribers to the Independent Investor Channel message. If you are new to the message, absolutely subscribe. Check out our other platforms, Instagram, Twitter, podcast. Stay tuned for the interview styles that I roll out. I've been provided that opportunity, and we're going back and forth now on some negotiations, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see. Whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll continue to roll the message out first and foremost for you guys. So with that, guys, have a safe weekend, and we'll catch you next Friday on the live stream. Guys, take it easy, and cheers. Be well.